out with something. That's why I was looking in the air like that. But let's get into some shit. Let's get into some shit, man. We in 2025. I got a question for y'all. 2025. Would a DJ Clue led album for Fab work out in 2025? Little Gangsta Grills, maybe Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Freestyles.
Freestyle.
Yeah, what do you think about doing an album formatted in that?
I think it works because I mean y'all talk about Fab all the time, so I think it works for him because it puts him back out there. He ain't really slept off. He just need a new I think he just needs some new shine. You know what I'm saying? And Clue is reputable, so I think it'll work.
I agree with Aline. I think it'll work just off the nostalgia off of Fab and Clue.
Hmm.
And right now is like a really good nostalgic time, especially in our like for us.
Yeah.
Man, that shit is gonna be trash. And
Okay.
it's not gonna
Trash?
get trash. And it's not gonna get welcomed like it's supposed to. Okay, all right, let me ask you this question. This is a better question. What would be the purpose of the album? Would it be to sell records, or would it be just like, are we considering Fab like a legacy act?
Yeah, Fab don't sell 100,000 first week.
Okay, so if it's not about selling records and making money off of it, I believe it's going to be hella quality joints on there, and I'ma like it. But if we trying to appeal to the masses, this is not 1999, dog, and we don't. Where the fuck is DJ Clue at? And I ain't here to say DJ Clue ain't successful. I ain't here to say DJ Clue ain't great. But as far as music goes, outside of the radio, where is DJ Clue? And why would anybody be looking forward to Fab and DJ Clue doing a record?
That's an interesting take, but I think the same can be said for Flex. Where's Flex? But they're not in our market. So that's why the perspective of just saying besides radio, like Clue,
Clue still do Hot 97?
nah, he on Power.
No, he on
Power
Power.
He on
105?
Power. Yeah. So it's like,
Okay, so he's still relevant.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He not in our market, so
Right. We,
it's
we we don't
not
know how big he actually is outside
currently.
It's
or
Yeah.
still
in that. Yeah.
Clue.
I
Clue
think
To
still did
us.
what he did. To
To
let me
everybody,
us.
Clue
let me
still. Oh, go ahead.
let me ask you something, DB. Are you saying that because we have examples of like Khaled and Drama that does stuff outside of the radio?
Yes, partly that,
But
and
they don't really do radio.
I just don't feel like, I just don't feel like Clue is the guy that, like, all right, and I'm asking questions for clarity.
Okay.
Are you thinking like an album like Call Me If You Get Lost, like
Yes.
Tyler and Drama just
Yes.
did?
Yes.
I don't think Clue has that. I don't think, nah, not
Okay.
Clue,
It doesn't
not no
have the
more.
Clue power in mixtapes isn't the same. I'm saying, my bad. His acclaim in mixtapes isn't the same as a Gangsta Girls.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, that's fair.
So that's why I'm saying I can't see it.
Okay.
And to be truthfully honest, I would love to be wrong. I just don't think I am. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them things where let's say I'm wrong and they come out and that shit a hit. I
Mhm.
wouldn't be mad about that. I would love that. But I don't think I'm wrong because I just simply can't see it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
And I would like you. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying.
No, I definitely get
I
what
don't
you're
like
saying.
the
The
fact that you
Mr.
called it trash, though.
Oh, well, that's just how I talk, cuz.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I get where you coming from though, because like you said, if they putting it out like it's gonna do numbers, then it's not gonna be worthy
Nah.
What what's
of the
what's what's considered numbers though?
Uh, Call Me If You Get
as much as
Lost
y'all talk about
heading into a
numbers.
Grammy. I look at it like something Grammy nominated worthy.
Right.
So okay, Huss. I mean not Huss. DB. Do you think
What's
it could
up?
be done on the level of Pete Rock and Common?
No,
He needs
Why
Alchemist for
not?
that.
Common is more relevant and rap than Fab, and
What?
Pete Rock is yeah. Common is way more of a household name. Even if you don't know Common from rapping, you know Common the actor. So it makes you wanna at least try to listen to Common the rapper. Fab is just rapping. Great rapping, but it's just rapping. Whereas though Common, you might see Common on Jennifer Hudson's show. You might see Common in a cipher. Common is more uh
Active?
active than Fabulous.
I
I
don't
get it.
think Fab ever stopped being active.
That's not what I just said, Huss.
He stopped being less relevant over as
Relevant.
the year less relevant. He's still relevant. He's just less relevant. Ain't nobody really checking for Fab no more except us for the most part.
Niggas like us. You gotta factor in what Common is doing as after rap. You have to factor that in.
Yeah.
No, we don't, cause other niggas don't. It's other niggas that don't act that do the same thing.
But okay, so if a Fab album drop and a Common album drop on the same day, who does better numbers?
I
Common.
don't know.
Common.
Bet the fuck you
Easily.
don't know.
Mm. I know,
Bet you the
right?
fuck
Like
you don't.
I don't
I just
know.
want
I bet the fuck
I just
you
want to
don't
see
know.
I need to look. I want to know what Common be doing.
I
When,
I
What
I'm
the Common and
really
Pete
not
Rock joint
sure,
did?
bro. I'm really not sure.
Is
Uh,
it gonna be? It's more. Are the names Common and Pete Rock more legendary? Yes. Okay.
I think
So
anything Common does right now, just based off what Common's body of work is, would outdo Fat.
I
good
don't know if
question.
I'll agree with that.
That's
I don't
fine.
know either, bro.
That's fine.
I did. Ooh, that's rather interesting now that I'm thinking
I'm
about
just
it.
saying you because you just gotta understand what's going on. And I hope don't take this wrong. I'm not saying I don't want to see Fab be successful. I'm saying right now, Common is more he would get more of the look than Fab could ever get right now. I think Fab made a mistake going into hiding after they were saying he beat that girl up.
He put out an album after that, didn't he? Ain't that when Summertime
Yeah, he
Shootout
put.
3 came out?
Yeah,
After that.
and then
But he
whatever the
don't
last shit was,
What last? I think that was the last
the,
one. That wasn't the last
the one with the
one? Bombs, right?
nah, the other one that had like
and
the
I'm not
LL
saying
Cool
Fab
J
beat that
clip.
girl up. I wasn't there. I don't know.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is I think his get quiet and don't say nothing, I think that kind of hurt him.
That that was after. That was before.
I
What
don't
is
know. I
it?
can't
Not
remember when it
forgivable
was.
freestyle. What is it? Forgivable or whatever the joint was where he was talking to the stepdaughter. Then he got the joint with the Jerry Jones on a Drake beat.
I think
No,
DB's talking about like body of work entirety.
Body of
Like,
work.
yeah.
Like I'm talking about Fab as a name. I think he took the wrong route and kind of like falling back, and he didn't like really like definitively say, "Yo, I didn't do that," and I
Okay.
think that hurt him.
Yeah, the
but in
last
this
album
era
is
though, I mean, he
2019.
would it have mattered
Um,
his
okay, it
career
gives
wise?
okay. So let's say Aline. So let's say let's say right now, me and Hus going at it about Fab, right?
Right.
Fab and whoever, right? And I'm on the Fab side, right? And Hus say, yo, but what about when Fab beat that girl up? Because I can't definitively say, yo, Fab said he didn't do that. he kind of kills my whole argument.
Right.
You
I get
understand
it.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
With though, it's kind of like, and I hate doing
How
this because
does
I
that
sound
kill your
like
argument if we talking about music?
because it does. Okay, so it's something to say that get people, like you always say,
Oh,
you
get
always say
people off
I'm
track.
playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
It gives something for the people to say, even though it may not kill my argument because I may have more to say. Somebody that's listening gonna say, "Yo, he did beat that girl up and didn't say it." You understand what I'm saying? I just think it was a bad idea for him to get quiet, guilty or innocent. I think sometimes when you didn't do anything, you gotta say, "Yo, I didn't do that." If you, and that's only if your goal, if you got a job like Fab, where in order for you to make your money, you have to appeal to the masses. You understand what I'm saying?
To me, I don't
I
think that was that big a stain on his jacket. I don't think that's what did it. Like, I don't think that had much to do with his
I'm not saying
career.
that's what did it. I am saying that that was a part of it. I am
I
saying that.
don't I'm with Huss on this. I don't think that had anything to do with it. I just think if anything, he just it seemed like he was restructuring his deal with Def Jam. That's what it seemed like. Because not too long ago, he was talking about he was at the Def Jam offices. This is probably like late last year, earlier this year kind of thing. I don't think that particular situation made people look at Fab anyway after a couple months. Like it was like a hot topic and then that was it. It wasn't like it's kind of like how people look at Trey Songz.
Yeah,
All this shit you hear about Trey Songz, that nigga is still out and about,
on
uh,
tour right now.
on tour, women supporting him. It's not like a situation like that was detrimental to what his career was moving forward. Like
Diddy,
yeah, or
Chris
Diddy.
like
Brown.
Tory Lanez to that degree because it's like
Yeah,
people
Tory,
aren't talking
Breezy.
about the Fab shit at all anymore in comparison to like people still randomly enough people are still talking about the Meg and Tory situation still.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I get what you're saying, but once it's kind of like when in regards to the music portion, it's kind of like I just think the nigga back to the original point of the question or whatever. I just think niggas missed their window with the whole Clue shit. I think if they was going to do anything, the Friday night freestyle should
Yeah,
have been a prelude to it, and you could have kind of piggybacked off of that,
I thought
similar
that's
to
what it
the
was going to be.
like similar to the low school way
I don't
Biggie
like
did
that as
things.
much as I did when it was happening.
Really,
Yeah.
I enjoy
When
it.
Me too.
when I heard like as a like I liked it when it was week to week. I was trying to listen to it as a full body of work, and I was just like, oh, I can turn this off.
Really,
I like
Hmm.
Fab still though. I still
No,
bring up old
I like
Fab.
Fab. I like Fab still. I still run all the soul tapes,
hmm
but that Friday night joint,
hmm
I don't like it as a whole body of work. I liked it when it was happening on Fridays.
that's crazy. I like it all together. That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I liked it when it was happening on Fridays.
I think hearing it together, I had the opposite. Hearing it together made me appreciate it more.
Yeah, especially the way that they ordered it.
Yeah.
I really like what's that? Quiet Storm, uh
Shook one.
Shook Ones, You, Me, Him, Her, and
Oh,
the Jadakiss joint. The Jadakiss joint made me appreciate the Jadakiss version a lot more as like when he had did that, I went back and I was like, oh no, this is like an incredible solo record for
because
any
Kiss
human.
Kiss was doing. He was doing his own Friday night freestyles, right?
He
He
was
did
around that
Mondays.
time. Yeah, it didn't really
He did
have that much
Mondays.
effect on me back then when he was doing it at that time.
Mm-hmm.